Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today is Friday, and that means welcome back to another episode of Blogs with Boilon Friday, where we're going to talk about all of the upcoming things coming to Marvel Strike Force, and we're going to see what there is to know, I guess, and then we'll go from there. Don't forget that there is a special Pride event milestone that is starting today. We will talk about that in a little while in the video as well. So there's some free stuff coming to you, of course, thanks to the Pride Rainbow. Yay! And of course, it's red gear, so why wouldn't you be excited? So if you're ready to go, everybody, let's boil this down. Oh, technical difficulty. My apologies. Okay, so weekly blog, Weapon Alpha. This is Guardian, obviously, for those of you who don't know. And he is looking pretty rad, actually. Now, I did want to actually... I'm going to see if I could bring this up really quickly here, if I can. There is this really cool, and I should have had this prepared, ability. Now, I want to show you this. This is a video of Guardian's ultimate ability, and why I thought it was really, really cool. Because it's got the damn Canadian flag in it, okay? So I was looking through this. They gave us some animation game camera stuff. It's not super exciting. It's just them doing their abilities, but it does it in like a little slow-mo way. And yeah, there's graphics in the background with the Canadian flag. And I was like, oh my God, really? Like, I can't believe they did that. So yeah, Guardian is coming, and that's his ultimate attack. Anyways, I just wanted to show that just because I had the Canadian flag. And I'll be talking about that again on July the 1st when it's Canada Day, but that's not quite there yet. So anyways, let's get back to the blog. And we got Merc's Golden Bounty again the weekend. Remember those 5 blitzes that you have to do for Saturday and Sunday to get the extra gold for Mercs for Money. You might have 3-star Dawkin by then. You might be able to get a little bit extra gold to get points for that. I'm not quite there yet, but maybe I might by like tomorrow. So we'll see about that. We have the upcoming events, the Great White North. Now, this is not a character release event. In fact, I think it's next week, or the week after, which is going to be the North Star free-to-play event. And I'm pretty sure the week after that, which is going to be the Guardian free-to-play event. So we have for June, it's going to be mostly North Star and Guardian. Sasquatch, jury's out. I don't know. Maybe this July month-long character. Who knows? We don't really know yet. And so the Great White North event requires spending ISO 8 energy, battling in Cosmic Crucible with Cabal, and then using power cores, interestingly, but there is no leaderboard as far as I'm aware. And then the web milestone requires earning Blitz credits. So this event starts Monday. Make sure to catch the event video on Sunday, because we always do that the day before, but we'll take a look at the charts really quickly before we end this video. So Whiteout, Alliance milestone, Battle in Alliance were Alliance based. So this is funny because they never run the ISO 8 energy Alliance event until after the main alliance. There is another alliance event that's spending ISO 8 energy, like coordinated assault, but that's not coming until after the Great White North, when they've already made you spend ISO 8 energy for another event. It can never line up. We do have a Panda Pool Strike Pass coming, and what's, I guess, good about that is I believe the unique for Panda Pool is Hammer Tech. For if anyone's buying the Strike Pass, you're going to get some red Hammer Tech out of that if that's interest to you. For someone like Vulture, a lot of people are taking Vulture to Dark Dimension 7. I think we're going to have a video on Dark Dimension 7 coming pretty soon as well, or a 6-7 combo about characters, because I realize I haven't really touched on that in a little while. And so, yes, on June 13th, we do have the initial release to Guardian. That's going to be his offer. That's going to be next Thursday. So that's about 9 days, I guess, separation from North Star and Guardian. And then I imagine the Sasquatch is going to be, I don't know, sometime then maybe the following Friday. They're releasing them pretty fast. I mean, we do need them for the Spotlight raids, but I feel like the gap between the offer version and then when the free-to-play are going to get it, it's quite big. Like for North Star, it's like 2 weeks. So yeah, if you don't get them in these offers, or if you don't core for them, there could be a fairly long wait period in terms of getting them unlocked. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Quick rumble here in that coming out milestone that we were talking about. So here's Guardian, all the information on Guardian. If you want to pause the video or just take a look on the web blog, you can do so. Actually, you know what? Did they skip? I think they largely skipped the lore stuff. There used to be like big lore sections on the character, and they kind of skipped that now. Anyways, the coming out milestone. So this, as far as I'm aware, I think this is a lot like the Spider-Man Noir event in a lot of ways. So the Pride Month celebration continues. There's going to be a lot of stuff, and I want to take a look at the in-game milestone just to show you guys what we're talking about here. And so you can find it in here. It'll be, honestly, by the time you're watching this, it's probably already started. Maybe I should have waited, but so you have to find two items: the red Pride Stone and the yellow Pride Stone. There's going to be two stones every single week, and you have to find them through what I believe is to be like a treasure hunt. Now, the characters in question in this milestone is Valkyrie, America Chavez, and Nico Minoru, culminating in the costume for Valkyrie, for better or for worse, if you have or don't have, and then one of these coming out orbs, which I'm not sure if they're in the game yet for me to look at. But you do get 5 Crimson Prometheum, which is nice. So not many good characters, admittedly. There's like Namor. Maybe if you want to take Namor to Dark Dimension 7. And then 8 of these skill minis. So it is what it is, though. It's not a ton, but it's still worth a decent amount of gold. Actually, there's like 7 million gold or 8 million gold in here, plus some of the other goodies. So I'm not going to complain about free stuff, honestly. But in terms of being able to find it, now what I think, and I'm not 100% sure if this is actually the case, but I favorited those characters, or at least I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. I think I did on my alt account. So I think you might need to go into like Valkyrie, and for example, or Nico, or whoever, America Chavez, and kind of find them in the campaigns. Now, I'm not 100% sure about that, but that's how some of this worked for the Spider-Man Noir event. It was essentially a treasure hunt, and you kind of needed to go to like the nodes where you could farm them, and then boom, there'd be an item on it. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is exactly how it's going to be, but it's going to be something that you can find in game, because that's what it was designed for. If you look at the mail that I believe that they had on this one here, it says a scavenger hunt event by locating and collecting 2 unique items hidden throughout the game. Some items might be connected to missions and events that feature notable LGBTQ plus characters, so test your knowledge. I think a lot of this is honestly just finding them on the node. It's possible that it could be like in the offer section of the bottom. That's happened before for things like this. Could be in the supply store. Who knows? Maybe it's just like randomly hiding in the supply store in the bottom, and you have to buy it for something. Let me know in the comments down below. I think that it's going to be the same for everyone, honestly. So once somebody finds it and like shares the information on it, it probably won't be that difficult to do. So getting back to the blog, anyways, again, Merc's Golden Bounty, not going to explain that again. This is interesting. Purple and orange gear raid orb update. So they're basically doing the 10x in the same way that they did the teal category. And this is something that I kind of complained for a while. It's like, why did they do it for teal and they didn't do it for the other one? So purple and orange gear raid orbs are going to be getting a 10x option. I believe it's the same as where like you're spending 20,000 fragments to open up one giant orb, is basically how it is for the teal. And so that's coming out sometime soon. And they did give an official confirmation that the open all orbs button is not coming back, so people can stop asking about that. The stability of the game is our top priority, so resolving the open all orb is being approached with the utmost care. So they know it's something that people want, but it's just not happening. So in the meantime, we're getting the 10x button. That's just basically what it is. So maybe sometime in the future. Also, there is a T4 ability material update. So it is, instead of being removed from, it is being removed from the raid season on June 23rd. They pushed that back a little bit to adjust the T4 rewards to intended levels after the removal. They're increasing T4 ability materials for people who are running Greek raids starting June the 24th, which is going to be in 2 weeks' time. I think, yeah, 2 weeks from Sunday. So they're going to be increasing that for people who are not running Spotlight raids, who are not able to do that yet, but you're still going to be able to make up for the loss of T4s from the raid season by putting some extra ones into the Greek raid. Spotlight raid orb clarification. Basically, it's going to be sticking around. They're going to be updating it in the near future, but there is no plans to do it in the near future, so it's probably going to be around for at least 4 to 6 months. If you don't need anything in the Spotlight raid orb, you can just hold on to them. Because they basically clarified that they're not removing the orb. It's not going to be a Spotlight raid orb 2. So you can keep hoarding, I guess, until the next person who goes into that one, and you'll be able to max them out pretty quickly. The Friday free claim here is the dog tags, campaign energy, and 500 raid champion orb fragments. Actually, you know what? For better or for worse, that orb was not terrible. I actually managed to get like 30 Penny Parker shards out of it, and so I think that's a lot better than what I have gotten previous event orb, so I'm not going to really complain there. I was actually just double checking to see whether or not that pride, I don't think the pride orb's in yet. It's in on the milestone in game, but I don't believe the orb itself is actually here. So never mind about that one. And we have the events, of course, the Great White North. we talked about is going to be utilizing mostly ISO 8 campaign energy, but let's take a look at that one. So I do have the photos for that somewhere lying around here. I have a lot of tabs open. Okay, let's switch to full screen mode again here for the Great White North. Let's take a look really quickly at some of these events. So you can see here down in the bottom left, ISO 8 energy spending 4 points, Cabal. If you use them all one time, it's a total of 13,500 with bonus points for all of them at a 5, 6, and 7 yellow star. No surprise there. And 6 points per power core spent. Now, it's funny, right? Because we don't normally get these kind of events, honestly. It's usually power cores through energy, right? Indirectly. However, there is no leaderboard attached to this event, so there's not really a big impetus to spend those power cores necessarily. However, if you're going for Guardian next week, then you might be able to save for that anyways, and you can double dip, I guess, which is probably what's going to happen for me because I've endeavored to make sure all 3 Alpha Flight are unlocked. I guess is my ode to being Canadian, something like that. I don't know. I said I was going to do it. So I'm going to do it. And what kind of extra bonuses are you going to get? Well, not a lot. If you go to the bottom ones, like the more kind of premium milestone, there's a 7 red Sunfire. Like, that's so garbage. It should be a diamond at this point, honestly. 1 diamond, like, that's not going to hurt anyone. But 7 red is useless for the majority of pairs. Like, honestly, I want to say like 99% of players. Because you can also farm his red stars as well through the incursion campaign. So this is pretty garbage. You don't even get any Crimson stuff until milestone 18, which is pretty far. There is 3 million gold here at milestone 17, though, so who knows? There you might be able to get that with some pushing, especially if people are spending some power cores on on unlocking Guardian. That might be possible. But the rest of this is not super exciting. So this is a pretty disappointing event, actually, in my opinion. But we'll do the math anyways on Sunday, and then we'll see how that is going to be. I also want to open up the winter, whatever this is called, winter in June web milestone. So this is earning blitz credits, 20,000 blitz credits you need over 7 days. Keep in mind, though, there's a daily objective that's going to cut that off. And you get milestone, main milestone points, dog tags, and gold promos and elite credits, which is not really that exciting for most players. And then there is the Alliance event, Whiteout, and this is Alliance War Battles and Deathpool. It's not even Deadpool. Oh, no, there is Deadpool, Deathpool, and Wolverine Shards. Pretty unexciting there as well. Some dog tags, which you need for the month long. Honestly, this is going to be a pretty boring week. That's what it sounds like. There's some Dawkins Shards down here, but I'm not sure if that might be viable, but that's probably about it. I wouldn't say that most of this stuff. Once it gets to the red gear, that's when you know where the cutoff is, because most likely, like more often than not, like we don't get free red gear still. So I don't think that that's possible, and that just means that this is a super unappealing week for events, which I guess is kind of a break in a weird way, because like if you don't care that much, then you don't need to go balls to the wall on it. So there we go. Let's come back though to the blog, see if there's anything else. Talked about the events here now already, and quick rumble, and nope, it's pretty unexciting. But as always, everybody, things are subject to change because you never know in Marvel Strike Force when those things will change. That being said, I would keep an eye out on my Discord server. Most likely, I will announce like where to find the stuff for the Pride milestone there once it's been discovered, which probably won't take that long, honestly, if it's how I think it is, by how the event's going to function. Otherwise, enjoy your free red gear. And I guess we're going to be doing some videos over the weekend. We'll probably be touching on, like I said, Dark Dimension 6, 7 for tomorrow probably. And then Sunday is going to be the event video. And then who knows from there. So that's going to be the end of my video, everyone. And until next time, stay safe and healthy. And I'll see you all later. Enjoy the rest of your, I was going to say the rest of your weekend. Enjoy your weekend coming up. Boilon, signing out.